Hello again. Here we are in this sort of familiar background. We're still in the northern Rhône, which, as we know, is a favorite area of mine. This is the Saint-Joseph by Guigal. It's a little bit of a story behind it, so we'll talk about that. This is 2014. Guigal is one of the big, if not the biggest house, if you want, in the Rhône Valley. And they make Côte-Rôtie, they make Saint-Joseph, they make Châteauneuf-du-Pape, but they're primarily a northern Rhône house. And this is Saint-Joseph, one of the Saint-Josephs. This is basically a single vineyard Saint-Joseph by Claude de l'Hospice. Claude de l'Hospice is an area inside Tournon. These are vines that were all owned by Jean-Louis Grippa, who is one of the founders, if you want, of the region from a winemaking point of view. And Guigal purchased the property maybe 20 odd plus years ago, and they turned it into a premium, absolute, superb sort of single focus Saint-Joseph. Was it 100% Syrah? Some of the vines go back to the beginning of the last century, and they've added their sort of muscle behind it from a cooperage. They make their own barrels and an élevage point of view. And this is unlike some of the other Saint-Josephs that are famous, like whether it's Tournon or some of the others. This is a single vineyard, not an assemblage, and so it's got its own characteristics. It's very close to the Hermitage region. It's right across the river from the famous hills of Hermitage, La Chapelle and Bessart, and so it shares some of that. It's also on a big granite hill facing south, so it's got its own characteristics. It's a 2014. I've been wanting to really be able to taste one of these because, again, they age for 30 months in new oak, so you gotta give it time. So now this is 2014. I think it's hopefully gonna be okay. We'll see. On the nose, it's really what you don't get in these, unlike some of the Cornas, is you don't get this sort of animal fat. You get straight into the fruit and the sort of the cherry and the violet on the nose, the floral violet on the nose and the cherry fruit. A little bit of that sort of hard candy. Acidic, you have some acidity here. So this is a wine that is built for aging. It's 30.5% alcohol. Maybe it's more, I don't know. It's what's unmistakable here is also the peppercorn, the fine wine peppercorn. You almost, I mean, I know it's sort of psychological, but you almost want to sneeze as soon as you think about it, but it doesn't really make you sneeze. It's just so direct. It's pure. It's direct. It's really doesn't sort of linger, which, you know, and maybe it's still pretty young, but it shoots through the palate and the back, you know, in a very clean way, leaving just fruit, a little bit of acidity, very little tannin at this point on its way, and it's just sort of this delicious, you know, drink. But the nose is really what pulls you in. Now the peppercorn is coming on the nose as well, so it's really very, very fragrant. Between the floral, the fruit, and the pepper. It's really quite something, and I think now I'm feeling I should have opened it a few hours even earlier. Maybe I will decant it before we share it tonight with our friends. But this is a wine that needs a lot of time, both in the bottle and from a decanting point of view. But it's just really, really special for Saint-Joseph. Cheers, and see you again soon.